Mm, what is up, people? Oh, just before I start anything, I wanted to put this out there. What can you invest? It depends on what do you want to invest in. We have businesses, commodities, crypto, stocks. What do you want to invest in? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Uh More often than not, people always ask, "Oh, what do I invest in? What do I invest in?" But you always ask them, "So, what do you want to invest in?" You know, because there are so many things, and I think before you even ask that question, you have to ask yourself, what do you want to invest in? Because there are so many things to invest in. So it's up to you. But it's a simple but um very oh, okay. So you're the crypto kind of person. Okay. Well, so with the crypto you invested, I want more information. Did you invest or alternatively, I mean actively or passively? Actively means maybe you are you are trading day in day out, and passively means probably you invested through a firm that is doing all the heavy lifting for you. So which is which? I'm asking all these questions because no people throw around the investment term no too sporadically, and there's a need to now I invest it on passively. Oh, okay, so both ways. Okay, so well, I'm personally a private equity head. Like I just love it. Growth capital, venture capital, buyout funds and all that. So um, I I would say active active investment makes sense. To me. Um, then again, with a sort of fund sizes around, you need a substantial amount of capital to do so. So if we're and again, I can't advise you because I'm not a financial advisor. Uh, oh, you're looking for SM, okay, Standard and Poor. So that means S&P. So that means passively. Well, with that, there are a couple of platforms that you can. I'm sure you already know this. No, I can't. I can't. You already know this. So my the best thing I can say is, I mean, if since you are mentioning S&P, probably look for wherever you are, look for these platforms, and if you like, push your money there. Again, I am not a financial advisor, so I cannot advise. But since you mentioned S&P, that means it seems you are more into you like the passive side. So look for any investment what do you call it platform and push your money there. In the US, there's Fidelity, Robinhood, quite a number of them. In Canada, Wealth Simple, and a couple. So since you're mentioning S&P, then that means it seems you are more in tune with the S&P. I mean, sorry, passive. So yeah, again, this is not financial advice. I cannot advise. No, but for me personally, I like private equity, active investments, active. Um, and even with private equity, you have to know what you want. I'm more of private credit and private equity. In private equity, there's growth equity. There is leverage buyout, there's venture capital. I don't like venture capital so much, you know, um, because I mean everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing venture capital. Plus, yeah, I just don't like it. But once in a while, I just pay attention to it. Yeah, I prefer the buyout. Where you buy out a company outright, then you fix it up, you change it. What do you call it? You change its operational and systemic functions and increase the value for shareholders. So, yeah. But once in a while, venture capital is cool. It's cool. Yeah, especially with those who are building the new AI startups and all that. The AI startups, the new blockchain startups and all that. So yeah, pretty much, yeah. So again, if you know what you want to know, things become a bit easier. Oh, sorry, I'm not responding to. Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mm, this was again, by the way, although I'm here to talk about my audiobook, since I mean I am into investment and startup things. Any question that comes around that, I'll do my best to answer because, hey, why not? It's fun to talk about such, you know. Um, okay. Mm. Oh, I think this feature is still cool here, you know. Um, so this is the cover of the framework, the investor gravity model, the framework. You can get it on Gumroad. In fact, if you need a copy, you can always send me what do you call it? A message, a text. Whether you're on YouTube or you're on TikTok, you can send me a text and I'll send you the link. Because on TikTok here, I cannot put the link. However, on YouTube, I can. So just go ahead. I think there's one person on here on YouTube, so I'll just go ahead and put the link on here so that you check it out. Then I'm gonna tell you why you should get a copy. So there you go. To the one person on here, I don't know who you are, but thank you for being here. That's the YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. And here, I think there's no one here, but it's okay. Um, Trust me. As we move on, there'll be thousands and thousands of people on here. Yeah. So I always like to start this way. So before I always talk about why you need it. I always run. Oh, good. I always run. I always run what these AI models think about my framework. And I picked up a cue from Croc, that is X or Twitter, what it thinks about this framework. And I'm going to take some time and read it out. It says the investor gravity model is a conceptual framework developed by Richard Abra, which is me, yours truly, um, managing partner at Cruvon. Cruvon, by the way, is I'm just going to put a name here so that you can always. I like to put things here so that you can always verify. I like it when people do due diligence because that's the only way you can know that whoever you're listening to is worth listening or not. So yeah, for those, it's easy on YouTube to put in a link, but here not so much. So yeah, where was I? Good. So it says, and I read. It says, and this is what Croc thinks. This is what the AI model Croc thinks. It said the investor gravity model is a conceptual framework developed by Richard Abra, which is me, managing partner at Cruvon, to explain and guide how capital is attracted in investment and entrepreneurial contexts. Now, drawing an analogy to the physical law of gravity, the model persists that capital does not move based on traditional factors like business plans or pitches alone. No, it doesn't. As a matter of fact, the high class investors. The real investors don't really give a damn about your business plan or pitch. They care about your doctrine. They care about how you're going to place yourself in civilization. Because mind you, those with money or capital, those with power, they care about planting their legacy, in civilization, not your pitch decks and all that, business plan and all that. So I go on. So, but rather due to an inherent pull or gravitational force created by certain qualities and strategies. Now it addresses, that is the investor gravity model. It addresses why some founders or ventures effortlessly attract significant investment, often without complete product or extensive experience. I will expand or I'll say more about this later. While others chase capital endlessly without success, the model flips the conventional dynamic, teaching individuals to build mass that makes capital orbit them rather than begging or pursuing it. It's a whole lot that Krog is saying, but I'm going to cut it short and I mean keep this in perspective. So basically, this framework is teaching you how to have that mass, how to build that aura, that gravity that will attract capital into whatever you are doing. And it is easy. It is easy when your message is concrete. You keep on repeating it until it is law. And so, for those of you who have been here before, you will always hear me say this, because that is the message. So, there are some founders who don't even have a product yet. They don't even have a company registered yet. They don't even have ventures registered yet. They don't even have a team, but they are able to sit down and just draft an idea on, let's say, on a napkin, and able to raise millions, probably tens of millions, and probably hundreds of millions, sometimes billions, actually, in so-called seed funding or seed capital. And then there is the other bunch, the other group that they have the product, they have the team, they have the pedigree, they have the brains, they have everything, but they are still unable to attract even a single dime or penny. It all comes to the gravity that the person has built. Sometimes it comes with a whole lot of factors. I mean, a whole lot of factors, um, 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 contribute to this. But usually, the ground basic reason is because you lack that gravity, that aura to sound convincing enough to attract capital to whatever you are doing. And so, this framework, which is called the investor gravity model, is designed to be a solution to that problem. And so it's pretty much easy, straightforward, because there is no technicality involved, because that will defeat its purpose if it's technical. You have to be able to put something in front that people will have ease in digesting. And so it is basically a framework that will take you through the process of you becoming that magnet, so to speak, you having that aura, you having that persona of being able to attract capital into whatever you're doing. And and I know that there are many of us who are on here that eventually we'll have to start our own ventures. The way things are going, start our own ventures or join someone who is starting a venture, one way or the other in your circle. And so if you should have this kind of attribute, or should I say aura scale, you become indispensable. And so this framework is forever available to whoever wants one. I have put a link for it in the YouTube chat, but I cannot do same in the TikTok. So for those of you on TikTok, if you want to copy, you can always tell me, and I'll send you a link. And this is the cover of the framework. It is an audio book, so I realize people are more visual and audible. They like audio and video or visual. So I put it in an audio format for you to have uh minimum difficulty, or should I say ease, in assimilating or digesting whatever information it is on there or in there. So yeah, I'll be around for a couple of minutes and I have the indulgence to answer any question that pertaining to this that anyone might bring up. Again, if you have questions pertaining investment, business, finance, leadership, I'm always available. I mean, now of course, available to answer any question that you have. Albeit, I mean, if you don't have any question yet, albeit the fact still remains that you will be seeing my face from time to time, as we go on to subsequent, uh, um, subsequent live sessions and all that. So yeah, I'll be around for you to, ask any questions that you might have that, pertains to this very framework or investments, business, leadership, finance, and all that. Yeah. So I'll be around. Mm, just a minute. Just want to have. Oh boy. Just a minute. Give me a sec. For those of you just coming in, you are late to the party, but you're not really that late. Just talking about why you should have a copy of my framework that is for the venture builders and the entrepreneurs, the soon to be entrepreneurs and founders, And I think this feature is cool. Um, there is no one on here, which is okay. It's just a matter of time. Mm. So we're gonna give it like 3 more minutes. Then I mean, if no one has a question or nothing shows up, I just disappear and reappear later. Because it appears to me that the timing, no, the time differences and all that, has an impact here. So uh impact in terms of people showing up and all that. So I'm gonna give it like, yeah, now 2 minutes. Then if no question pops up or nothing on that sort, I just leave and return later. No, all that. Mm-mm. Yeah, 2 minutes, 2 more minutes, or 2 minutes more, whichever it is. Premier. One more minute, and I mean, if no question pops up, sorry, we'll leave and return later. Um, so, mm, Adam, hi, what's up? You have a question? Because it's actually time for me to leave because no questions were coming in. Thank you, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, okay. Well, it seems no questions are coming in. So just gonna vanish for now. Then see you guys in a couple of hours later. For that, stay safe. Yeah, I'm gonna be in